What if I told you that America's first president left us a blueprint for success that's more relevant today than ever before? Today we're diving into George Washington's most powerful quotes that shaped America, and trust me, some of them will blow your mind. But before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to join our journey through history. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth.
This quote hits different today. Washington wasn't just talking about American independence. He was dropping knowledge about how freedom spreads like wildfire once people get a taste of it.
Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages.
Guys, this right here is pure motivation. Washington faced impossible odds during the Revolution, but he never gave up. Think about that next time you're facing your own battles.
It is better to be alone than in bad company.
Did Washington just drop relationship advice? But seriously, this quote about choosing your circle wisely is straight fire, especially in today's social media age.
Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence.
This hit different in Washington's time, and it hits even harder now. Quality over quantity always.
Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism.
Now this is the mind-blowing quote I promised you. In today's world of viral headlines and social media debates, these words are more relevant than ever.
To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace.
This quote hits different in today's world. Washington understood that strength isn't about seeking conflict, it's about preventing it.
99% of failures come from people who make excuses.
Wait, did Washington just become a motivational speaker? This quote absolutely destroys every excuse we make today.
True friendship is a plant of slow growth.
In our world of instant connections and social media followers, Washington reminds us that real relationships take time.
Government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force. Like fire, it is a dangerous servant and a fearful master.
This one's controversial but incredibly relevant today. Let's break down what he really meant.
I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man.
Notice how he valued character over his presidential title? That's Leadership 10-1. Quick pause, drop a comment if you're still with me. Now, let's get to some quotes that rarely make the history books.
Happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected.
Before all the self-help gurus, Washington knew the secret to true happiness.
It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one.
Imagine if today's politicians followed this advice.
Example, whether it be good or bad, has a powerful influence.
Influencers, take notes. Washington knew about influence before it was cool.
It is better to be alone than in bad company.
This isn't just about friendship, it's about business, politics, and life choices.
I hold the maxim no less applicable to public than to private affairs, that honesty is the best policy.
Spoiler alert. This principle made him America's most trusted leader.
Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness.
He basically predicted the information age. Mind blown.
Words may show a man's wit, but actions his meaning.
Translation? Less talk, more action? Washington was all about that hustle life.
Let us raise a standard to which the wise and honest can repair.
This is literally the blueprint for excellence in any field.
Rise early, that by habit it may become familiar, agreeable, healthy, and profitable.
Washington's morning routine would have gone viral on TikTok.
Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire called conscience.
This right here. Pure gold for anyone building their legacy.
Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains taken to bring it to light.
Fact, journalists, researchers, Washington was talking to you.
Observe good faith and justice toward all nations.
International Relations 101 from the OG diplomat himself.
Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy.
This level of emotional intelligence in the 1700s. Incredible.
Associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation.
Your network is your net worth. Washington knew it first.
I had rather be on my farm than be emperor of the world.
The perfect reminder that true success isn't about titles or power.
But wait, we're just getting started. These next quotes are some of Washington's most profound yet lesser known wisdom. Ready to have your mind blown again? Let's dive in. Discipline is the soul of an army.
This isn't just about military strategy. It's about any team or organization. Washington knew that without structure, everything falls apart.
A slender acquaintance with the world must convince every man that actions, not words, are the true criterion of the attachment of friends.
In today's world of empty promises and ghosting, this hits different.
To see things in the seed, that is genius.
Before there were venture capitalists and startup visionaries, Washington was dropping gems about seeing potential.
In executing the duties of my present important station, I can promise nothing but purity of intentions.
This is leadership transparency before it was trending.
Few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder.
Talk about calling out corruption. Some things never change, right?
I shall not be deprived of a comfort in the worst event if I retain a consciousness of having acted to the best of my judgment.
This is basically the 18th century version of trust your gut. Drop a like button if you're still learning. These next quotes are absolute game changers.
The power under the Constitution will always be in the people.
Remember this next time you think your voice doesn't matter?
Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distresses of everyone.
Emotional intelligence from the 1700s. Washington was ahead of his time.
I shall make it the most agreeable part of my duty to study merit.
Before there were professional development courses, there was this quote.
Let your discourse with men of business be short and comprehensive.
Washington basically invented the elevator pitch.
Resolution once formed, stand by it. Let your enemies come.
If this doesn't motivate you to stand your ground, nothing will.
It is infinitely better to have a few good men than many indifferent ones.
Quality over quantity. This applies to everything from team building to social media followers.
Nothing can be more hurtful to the service than the neglect of discipline.
Modern managers, are you taking notes?
Let us therefore animate and encourage each other.
Community support before social media existed.
Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages.
The original never give up quote that still hits hard today.
We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors.
Growth mindset before it was cool.
The unity of government which constitutes you one people is also now dear to you.
In today's divided world, this quote matters more than ever.
A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool.
Washington with a dating advice we didn't know we needed.
The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph.
This needs to be on every motivational poster ever.
Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world.
And there it is. The original happiness comes from within. Truth bomb.
There you have it. Folks, 45 quotes that prove George Washington wasn't just a military leader or a president, but a timeless source of wisdom that's maybe even more relevant today than ever before. This is officially our most comprehensive collection ever. If these quotes inspired you, obliterate that like button. Share your top 3 favorite quotes in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. Want more historical wisdom that hits different? You know what to do. Smash that subscribe button and notification bell.